Urgent Chicago Bears fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Chicago Bears updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey, Bears fans, I hope you're as excited as I am today because we've got some hot topics to discuss that could shake up the entire landscape of the Chicago Bears for the upcoming season. You know, every year, we always keep our eyes glued to the offseason moves, draft picks, and especially those contract negotiations that can influence not only the team's future but also the morale of the fanbase. And right now, there's one story that's creating quite a stir in the NFL, and especially among Bears supporters, the ongoing contract saga with none other than Trey Hendrickson. Now, for those of you who may not be fully up to speed, let's set the scene. Trey Hendrickson has become one of the most vital pieces in Chicago's defensive puzzle. Since joining the team, he's proven himself as a relentless pass rusher, a player capable of turning the tide of a game with his speed, technique, and motor. His ability to pressure quarterbacks and disrupt defensive plays has been a huge boost for the Bears' defense, which has struggled at times in recent seasons but has shown flashes of brilliance, especially when Hendrickson is on the field. But here's where things start to get complicated. Negotiations over his new contract have hit a significant snag. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, we've seen this before, right? Contracts often take time. And that's true, but the current situation feels different. Sources close to the team suggest that both sides are far apart in their negotiations, and the atmosphere around this process is tense. It's not just a routine discussion, it's a full-blown impasse that has fans and analysts alike wondering, what's next? Will Hendrickson stay in Chicago, or are we about to see a trade that could reshape the Bears' defensive line? Let's dig a little deeper into why Hendrickson's situation is so critical. First, his impact on the field is undeniable. Last season, he recorded over 10 sacks, which put him among the top pass rushers in the league. His ability to generate pressure on quarterbacks, especially in critical third-down situations, has made him a cornerstone of the Bears' defensive strategy. His presence helps free up teammates, allowing others like Robert Quinn or even rookies to get to the quarterback. His leadership, work ethic, and experience make him not just a key player, but a vocal leader in the locker room. Now, considering his contributions, it's no wonder that the Bears front office would want to lock him down long-term. But negotiations have become complicated. Reports indicate that Hendrickson and the team can't seem to agree on the financial terms, whether that's the salary, signing bonus, or guaranteed money. This kind of standoff is pretty common in the NFL, especially with players of Hendrickson's caliber, but it's also a delicate situation. And here's where things get even more interesting. As the impasse drags on, rumors have begun to surface that the Bears might be open to trading Hendrickson if an agreement can't be reached soon. I mean, that's a huge development, right? It's not just speculation. Teams across the league are watching this situation closely, waiting for any sign that Hendrickson might be available. Several NFL insiders have pointed out that some franchises see him as a perfect fit for their defensive schemes, and with the right offer, the Bears might entertain offers from teams like the Jets, the Eagles, or even the Chargers, all of whom could use a player of Hendrickson's caliber. But let's not jump the gun just yet. The Bears front office, led by General Manager Ryan Poles, has been tight-lipped about the negotiations. Officially, they're saying all the right things, that they're working hard to find a solution that works for both sides, that Hendrickson is a valued member of the team, and that they're hopeful an agreement can be reached. Still, behind closed doors, there's a clear sense of urgency. The team needs stability on the defensive line, especially after losing some key players in recent years, and Hendrickson's presence is a big part of that plan. Now, let's talk about the fan perspective because, honestly, this situation has fans on edge. Many are worried that losing Hendrickson would significantly weaken the Bears' defense, which has shown signs of promise but needs consistency and star power to truly contend. Some fans are already speculating about potential replacements or how the team might pivot if Hendrickson leaves. Others are holding on to hope that the front office will get a deal done, especially considering how vital Hendrickson's leadership and production are to this team. It's a roller coaster of emotions, and I can tell you, every Bears supporter is keeping a close eye on every update, every clue that might hint at what's coming next. Now, speaking of the team's trajectory, it's important to contextualize this situation within the broader picture of the Bears' current state. Chicago has been in a bit of a rebuilding phase, trying to find its identity after a couple of tough seasons. The drafting of Justin Fields has been a bright spot, giving hope that the offense can finally reach the next level. But defense has been inconsistent, and adding a player like Hendrickson was seen as a step towards solidifying their pass rush and overall defensive prowess. Losing him in the middle of this process would be a setback, no doubt. And it's not just about this season. The NFL is a league where contracts, cap space, and roster management are all interconnected. If the Bears decide to trade Hendrickson, they could potentially open up cap space and acquire draft picks or young talent to accelerate their rebuild. On the flip side, if they keep him, they're betting on continuity and believing that he's a pivotal piece for their future success. It's a classic dilemma, and one that every NFL team faces at some point. Do you pay the star player now, or do you gamble and build around youth and flexibility? In terms of what's next, the speculation continues to swirl. The NFL offseason is often unpredictable, and contract negotiations can suddenly turn around with one key development. Sometimes, a new offer or a change in team strategy can revive negotiations, and other times, the process drags on until training camp or even later. The Bears are known for their calculated moves, so it's likely they're weighing every option carefully. They might be trying to set a precedent for future contracts or signaling their willingness to be flexible if Hendrickson demonstrates a desire to stay in Chicago. That said, it's worth noting that Hendrickson's own camp has been relatively quiet publicly. No direct comments from him about the negotiations, which suggests that this might be a waiting game on both sides. We all know how the NFL offseason can be a bit of a chess match, with teams and players trying to get the best deal possible while managing expectations. Now, for all the Bears fans listening, I want to remind you that this is only part of a bigger story. The team has other key players, like Roquan Smith, Darnell Mooney, and the emerging young talent on offense. But the defense, led by Hendrickson, has always been a cornerstone of the team's identity. If he leaves, it could change how the Bears approach their defensive strategy moving forward. Conversely, if they manage to extend him, it sends a strong message that they're committed to building a winning culture around their star players. And let's not forget the historical context. The Bears, one of the most storied franchises in the NFL with a rich history of legendary defenders like Mike Singletary, Brian Urlacher, and recent stars like Khalil Mack, have always valued their linebackers and pass rushers. Hendrickson's style fits perfectly into that tradition. So, whether he stays or goes, this situation is very much about the identity of the Bears' defense and how they want to shape their future. As we await more updates, it's clear that this contract impasse is more than just a negotiation, it's a pivotal moment for the Chicago Bears. Will they be able to keep Hendrickson and continue building a fierce defense that can compete at the highest level? Or will this be the offseason where they have to adapt and move on? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, Bears fans, your team is in the middle of a very important chapter, and every move counts. Now, I want to circle back to the fans because your voice matters so much in these moments. The passion and loyalty you show, especially during uncertain times like these, is what makes the Bears family so special. Whether you're optimistic about a quick resolution or worried about what might happen, it's essential to stay connected and support your team through thick and thin. The offseason is unpredictable, but that's what makes it exciting. Every rumor, every report, every official statement, it's all part of the story we're all writing together. So, as we keep an eye on the latest developments regarding Trey Hendrickson and the Chicago Bears, remember that this isn't just about one player or one contract, it's about the future direction of a franchise that's been through a lot but always strives to come back stronger. The Bears have a passionate fanbase, a storied history, and a roster full of potential. Whatever happens next, we'll be here, breaking down every detail, analyzing every move, and sharing our thoughts with you. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this whole Hendrickson situation? Do you believe he'll stay in Chicago, or do you think a trade is inevitable? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the future of the Bears. Remember, I'll be back very soon with more updates, rumors, and insights about everything happening in Chicago's NFL world. So, stay tuned, stay passionate, and as always, bear down.